Chapter 10 is chemical bonding. We're going to explore why atoms stick together, why they form compounds. It's exciting. So this first section, 10.1, just gives you a little taste of why this is even important. Okay, so we all know that HIV is a big problem. Back in 1989, researchers discovered the structure of Hiv Protease, which is an enzyme that I think it's an enzyme. I'm a little weak on my biochem. But anyway, that the HIV virus requires this protease in order to replicate itself and infect people. And so they were able to identify the structure of it, and in that illustration, I guess I can point on here, can't I? This thing here is an illustration of that HIV protease. And because they were able to figure out the structure of that, then they were able to use bonding theories, our understanding of how atoms bond, to simulate how potential drug molecules would interact with this HIV protease so that they could disable it. So it's got an active site, and the idea here is that you make a drug that will go in there into the active site and cause it to not function. And so they were able to, what's the name of it? Indinavir. This is indinavir in here, and that interacts with the HIV protease molecule and essentially disables it. So this doesn't cure AIDS or HIV, but it kind of stops it in its tracks. And then other drugs have been developed as well. And so the result is that with proper treatment, people who are HIV positive can live fairly normal lives. So this was a huge improvement from where things stood when I was in high school, and people were just dying right and left. It's a bad scene, pretty scary. So what are bonding theories? Bonding theories predict how atoms are going to bond together to form molecules. These help us to predict what combinations of atoms form compounds and which combinations don't. They help us to predict formulas of compounds, and they explain the shapes of molecules. And part of what was important for indinavir was the shape of the molecule. The shape often determines physical and chemical properties. So one bonding theory we're going to look at is Lewis theory. This is a very simple theory, and it doesn't work for everything, but it works for a lot of things, and it's simple and easy to understand, so it's a good place to start.